It's day 15 of the Radio Free Skaro Fluid Links Advent Calendar, and the question today is from Joshua Maxwell, Joshua A. Maxwell on the Twitters. What sci-fi franchise would you want to see Doctor Who do a crossover with? It can be in any medium, but we'll probably just do TV, just because. Unless you want to do books, comic books, audio plays. I feel like Doctor Who's probably done it. Well, they haven't done any crossovers.
Or proper books.
Yeah. Doctor Who's done at least 2 or 3 crossovers with Star Trek already.
No, that's too much of an easy get.
That is kind of easy,
and the Doctor and the Enterprise.
It's kind of easy to do. I mean, it's not easy to do comics, but it's easier to just draw Doctor Who on the Enterprise, and there you go, it's done.
I mean, it's still cool. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that is kind of cool. But
it is kind of cool.
But I was going to say we should probably keep that one off the answer sheet.
Yeah, I agree. It's just too cliche.
Mm-hmm. There was, I mean, the rumored at the end of season 2 of Blake 7 was that the marauding army of space evil people coming across the horizon at the end of Star 1 was going to be the Daleks, and that was vetoed. That would have been an official crossover, which would have been quite crazy.
You could do it because of Terry Nation, but yeah.
It was Terry Nation, that's why I put it in there, yeah. You know,
I mean, it would be cool, and I always consider Blake 7 kind of something happening off to the side of Doctor Who in the same universe somehow.
Almost quite literally. You know, I don't know how true this is, but Gareth Thomas said that, you know, one point they were shooting like, you know, in a quarry next to another quarry where they were shooting Doctor Who at the same time. I don't believe that, but it
feels like it's Doctor Who.
Oh, it does. Blake 7 feels like, hey, why don't we try this out in Blake 7 and then try it out on Doctor Who later? Like, it's almost like they are like sister productions. The music's the same. A lot of the actors are the same. The directors are often the same. I think the Caldor City audios take place in the Blake 7 universe and the, you know, features like Robots of Death characters. So I think they've actually kind of done. Yeah, a canon as far as big finishes.
Two different things with Star. Right. You should definitely have a Doctor Who cameo, and I don't know which classic Doctor, but one of them, probably Colin Baker on Star Cops. And you should probably have
yes, please.
And you should probably have the third Doctor show up and just be utterly full of disdain for the Star Lost. I could solve this problem in an episode. Don't you want to let me? The hell with that.
I'm just glad. I'm glad you didn't say, "Hey, let's have the Peter Cushing Doctor go to Star Wars."
No, well, I've written some fan fiction to that effect, but never mind. But I'd also like to. I'm trying to figure out which Doctor. I think the 4th Doctor, if you're talking classic, or maybe Capaldi. Capaldi actually be perfect if Capaldi went in The Prisoner.
Oh, he would be. But that's basically Heaven Sent, isn't it? I mean, that's
I guess it is. Yeah,
that's a Prisoner episode. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like it. So it's funny because I see.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
3rd Doctor guest appearance in The Sandbaggers.
Is Sandbaggers sci-fi?
Yeah.
No,
no, it's not. No.
Well, then it's off the table.
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but
the question said sci-fi.
No,
strict
but
rules.
Whatever. Spy stuff is adjacent to sci-fi.
Yeah, sure.
No, pretty real, man. Sandbaggers was pretty real. We just saw it as an excuse to work Sandbaggers in, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. I see Pertwee in his cheap space outfit in Frontier in Space. I'm thinking, how is this not in the Star Lost already? Because
I love that sequence. I love it so much.
For those people who do not know what The Star Lost is, The Star Lost was a show by Harlan Ellison. He tried to get it sold to like big budget American networks back in the early 70s, and no one picked him up on it except a Canadian network who basically said, well, we'll take it on, but we have to have it written and directed by Canadian writers and directors. And oh, by the way, it's going to cost a lot more money than we actually have, so we're going to shoot it all on video. And instead of your early scene sync, we don't have that, but there's a lot of blue screen.
Yes, Douglas Trumbull, who did 2001, did all this experimental stuff with video that didn't work worth a damn, which is unfortunate because the guy is a genius, but it just didn't work. So it was a bit miserable.
The technology wasn't there. It starred Keir Dullea from 2001 and other lesser-known Canadian actors, and it was gloriously terrible. if you want to
Yes.
see what, like, we joke about Doctor Who looking cheap on videotape, and then Blake 7 maybe looking a little bit cheaper than that, and then you get, like,
This is
let's look
worse.
at the Tomorrow People below that, and then far below that you get the Star Lost. And I feel that actually some early to mid 1970s effects from Doctor Who on the Star Lost would actually make you think, whoa, Doctor Who's effects were amazing. So I think actually instead of just crossing over doctors onto the Star Lost, I think maybe just cross-overing, like, video effects to the Star Lost.
So two things. Number one, it looks like I see John Colicos in one of the episodes.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
you
he's
betcha.
awesome. That one's
You
great. It's
betcha.
so very gay.
And
Yeah.
secondarily, I'm like, I wonder if Star Lost is on YouTube. And it looks like it was posted to YouTube about a year ago by somebody called Steven Shapansky.
That is right.
Here's what we need to have happen, and it's nothing to do with Doctor Who. We need a crossover between the episode of Star Lost with the all-male gymnastics happening all over the place, very gay until a woman shows up for some reason, Star Lost, and Gambit from Blake 7.
Oh my God! Oh,
Your TV
boy.
would explode. It would be so campy.
I feel like Tom Baker is sitting at a. I feel like Tom Baker is sitting in a bar on Gambit somewhere in that. Basically, I want all the maybe not all the doctors. I feel like Davison would get eaten live in Gambit. But Tom Baker certainly. Tennant might show up at Gambit. Gambit. I
Ken
just
would
named
definitely
the
show up
episode.
at Gambit.
Yeah. Cross everything over with Gambit. Everyone go watch Blake 7 Gambit. It's the greatest
It is lunacy.
50
it is
minutes
so ridiculous.
of televisual entertainment ever created. And you name anything, it must cross over with Gambit in order to achieve legitimacy in the eyes of the universe.